But honestly, I can only blame myself. I know a lot of the times I get into the habit of blaming the game for things that make no sense to say. However, 3 starfish. I mean, dude's gotta do what he's gotta do. I, for one, am never going to do that. I respect myself too much. Here's a fun question. Can a 5'3" beaver kill 3 dudes? Logically speaking, the answer is no. So excited for the first Snap stream. Yeah. So yeah, today we're playing this weird like game, Sticky Bosses, I think is what it's called. It's weird that they let you choose the name of the game. But like yeah, next week we're gonna start Super Auto Pets for the first time, which is a game I've been really excited to try. So it's gonna be crazy. Next week it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna play Super Auto Pets for the first frickin' time. Dang, Pokemon changed a lot, didn't it? Yeah, you can put hats on them now. It did change a lot. It used to be that only Pikachu can have hats because everyone else is apparently stupid and lame besides him. But now everybody gets a hat. Equality. Pokemon added equality to the game. Everyone applaud in the universe. One day we'll kill somebody. Whoa, that was almost a win. One day we'll have a gosh frickin' win where things are successful and I feel joy in life, but until then, sadness. Dear oh dear friend. Gecko needs to stop, like, just existing. Like, if he could just simply not exist, I would applaud that. I would cheer for it. Seems a bit gruff, but I think it's something that you just gonna have to do sometimes. You also need to not exist. So there's 2 dudes, there's 2 whole units in the early game that do something with trumpets, related only to the one guy at the end of the game that does anything with summoning trumpets. I hate the panda. I refuse. I simply refuse to ever use the panda, which is unfortunate because maybe it's good. I don't know, is it good? Has anyone successfully used the panda and not thought to themselves, wow, that was like whatever and all, but you could have just been anything else. Like, you could have just been a dodo and been twice as good. For only a 1-tier increase. Man, I'm freaking stinky. I just feel like, I mean, there's not much stats to be gained. Am I just not buying enough apples? More apples, the game says? More apples is what we want? I'm gonna boost the dude himself. The worm in his own self, he's gonna boost himself. He's a self-booster. Technically speaking, you would think those are good. This guy costs money, though. He costs investment. I don't even think you could consider that as self-boosting. It's actually physically... It's still me boosting him. Kinda wish we had the old dude back, who just, like, doubled the effective apples. You get your own apples now? Yeah, it costs money, though. The fact that this costs extra money is what makes it so frickin' creds. It's just so creds. I'm gonna hold off on that for a second. What do we get here? That's a whole lot of happy. So we do want this. But this guy, though, has proven to be amazing. 5 worm strat? I don't even have enough finances to buy all of those apples. But the team would be a bunch of worms wearing chef hats. You've heard of Ratatouille? Rats making food? Sounds insane. Rats eat garbage. You know what worms eat? Beautiful, fresh, red apples. If they know anything about cooking, it's gonna be more than a rat. 5 worms wearing chef hats? That sounds like a plan to me. I don't like any of these people, so I'm not really mourning the loss of anyone. I want him, and I'm also interested in him. Like, I want him, but he is in fact interesting. He's holding a little acorn I never noticed. It's better than him, and this also gives us enough money to buy this apple. This only starts tomorrow, I believe. Okay, large worm. Congratulations on your existence, large worm. Really congratulations to me for building said large worm, but I hope that you can succeed in life because I am bedging all of my hedges on you. Is that the term? I am bedging my hedges? I am betting my hedges? I'm hedging my bets all on you. Which is honestly not a very good opportunity because we're already almost dead, but I feel like you could turn us around. Oh, you know what's even better than all this grab bridge we're doing right now? Just this dude, and okay, I know that I said that you're getting everything. I lied. Doberman is getting everything. Actually, Doberman was what we wanted this entire time. Sure, have a meat bone? Okay. Starting tomorrow. This actually will give you food tomorrow. And him! Oh, it's pretty decent. Starting tomorrow, the Doberman gets scaled. You could say to me, you could say, well, you're going to die soon. Maybe let's not pivot to a dude who requires you to succeed until the end game before he actually does anything. And I would be like, well, that's not very believable of you. I brought this dog in here and you want me to tell him to his face, actually, you're like a waste of money because you couldn't physically win anything for us? No, I'm gonna be like, F yeah, Doberman. You're gonna carry this team. I'm gonna support you as hard as I frickin' can, and one day you're gonna take care of me when I'm old and senile. I'm not going to any sort of, like, general old people care home. I'm gonna be taken care of by this frickin' Doberman and his wealthy-ass bass. So I could level 2 the- I could do both. I could do frickin' both. 2 skunks and that guy. So this and this and this all go together. The problem with that scenario is that that is 3 dudes devoted to minimal scaling. I could replace all 3 of you with 1 poodle and be doing better things and have infinitely more space on my team. But we'll think about it. It's under consideration, a 1 gold pair. Now that's pretty saucy, because I could just be feeding him and giving everybody attack. I guess the Doberman doesn't really need health. Because it gets the coconut, but it also doesn't really need attack, so maybe it more so needs help. I think I just want to feed him. I just think I like him more than everybody else. That guy gets cheese because I have no other reason not to give him cheese. We're still on turn 4, so this matters. You're a 4, you freaking stole from my Doberman? You think you have the right to exist and be taking things from other dudes? Badoof. Frickin' badoof, manoof. Okay, Doberman, I know that you're not able to do things, but do something really good. That enemy team is entirely scaling, followed by a parrot who does nothing. Interesting concept. You seem to have 2 wins and 2 losses. Well, I think that you're going somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly that is, though. I mean, this feels good. Feels pretty tasty, you gotta admit that. I would like somebody else to level. Is this the level we've been dreaming of? I think it may be. Okay, so he's a 5. Oh... Doberman means that I can't keep my skunk in the long term, though. That's tragedy. That's the one guy I actually cared about keeping. I was like, booyah, the skunk is amazing. Honestly, the fact that the Doberman prevents you from using the skunk kind of makes it seem like that almost by itself makes him not worth. But we're already committed at this point, so blip. Everything must go. Yeah, these dudes, I was like, you know, like the worm, he's been good to us, but I wasn't super committed. Everyone else, though, they were... Yes, he's out of here. I would just like a bunch of tier 5s. Honestly, at this point, everyone gets to leave. I'll save this, but I don't want him. Ideally, I don't have to use him. This is kind of funny. Oh, we can't save chocolate anymore. Okay, everything sucks. No! Don't you just hate it when you take a moose and then the world gets like 75% worse? Like, it just like the shittiness level of everything just like frickin' skyrockets. Isn't it crazy how coincidentally that happens every time you get a moose? Just always horrendous. Frick. Frick. What does Dobby do? Dobby being Doberman, adorable nickname. If it's the lowest tier pet, it becomes very strong. Yeah, it gets coconut plus 8 stuff. So basically just mostly it gets coconut, which is a jam. Okay, so everyone gets to get together today. Is that even worth it? You need damage, right? 50%, that's 5 to 1 guy. I mean, I guess I could switch you and you, but I kind of wanted to scale him mostly. I could also do Highland Cow, though. Highland Cow could be cool if he also... And he does health, right? He needs health for this. Yeah, so he goes with Moose, and everyone else can get frozen. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold you for a second. I'm gonna hold you near and dear to my heart. It's gonna be a good one for the moose. Moose, did you like that? Oh, thank God. He gave it mostly to the monkey. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I love that monkey so much. Why do you think I gave him a carrot? Doesn't even need a tool ability. He just needs a carrot. Did you use your coconut armor? Do you always only have 19 health? That seems kind of low. I'm honestly kind of astonished that the enemy's health added up, minus the last guy, to be less than 19. Plus the flies, or 23, that just didn't feel like it was correct. There's no point in giving you a melon, but this man let me level. This is good. Nobody else here matters to me. You can have this, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just gonna scroll for tier 1s, and I'm going to not get any. You suck? I was gonna say I suck. I don't frickin' suck just because I trust a moose. You can never blame someone for trusting another person. I know some people would like to say you're just being naive, you childish person. You can't just trust anyone you see, but also, well, isn't that the main fun of life, being able to not be super stressed about everything all the time? But then also, if you're not stressed about everything all the time, you could just be like straight up kidnapped. Frick. Their Doberman was level 3. Super jank. Does he get 3 coconuts at level 3, or does he just, like, get better attack? Because getting multiple coconuts in a row is actually insane, and at the point at which he's level 3, it's not even, like, a negative to have had him. The fact that you had to ditch everybody at that point, it's like, it's probably fine, because at that point, your tier 6s that you had to do, just better. Okay, just attack. That makes it slightly more valid. It only ever gets one coconut. Thank goodness. On one hand, it would be cool if I personally got more coconuts, but on the other hand, would be redonkulous. The gorilla gets multiple. However, he sucks. He has to get hit to take the next one, and I just feel like he can't. At max, I would say he could get 2 coconuts, and I just don't see him going any further. Yeah, like in the late game, you can survive 2 hits max, and by that I mean you could very easily survive more if the enemy kind of stinky. But in a world of stats, in a world of actual scaling, I would say 2 hits max. A little bit of baby scaling. Maybe I should stop buying otters so much. I've been thinking that in this early game zone, I keep losing so much because I just don't seem to have the stats to do things. Maybe it's because I keep buying these stupid otters. They used to be amazing. I used to put my heart and dreams into every otter. Literally getting otters was like how you win the game, and now it's worse. If the enemy is stinky, the coconut isn't that great anyways. Well, they could have high health, but low attack. They could have a hard time killing you and therefore be stinky, but have a hard time being killed. You can be bad at multiple things at once. You can be bad at committing murder and being murdered at the same time. I guess we can combine because I have no reason not to. You guys get a sandwich, and by a sandwich I mean a slab of meat. I hope you're not going to complain, because you would say a slab of meat is probably more expensive than a sandwich, so in terms of value, that is more. And they'd be like, but I'm freaking vegan. And I'm like, guy, you should have told me. And they're like, I did. I literally told you twice before you set up this event. And he's like, yeah, well, I refuse to take blame for anything, because my parents never told me when I did wrong. And they're like, okay. Way to dump your childhood thing on me there, but, you know, I guess you do you. So we could level today, but what's the point? The point is extra stats. So Clownfish is the answer, I hear. Well, here's one today. Clownfish, I've been told that you are amazing and in fact possibly even a king. I expect royal treatment. Make my team win, please. Okay, double porcupine sucks. That's what sucks about it? Well. Yeah, but coconut isn't preventing that much damage then. Oh, if they have low attack. Valid. Okay, well. Coconut do be coconuts, though. Maybe you kill one dude who's great and the next die kind of lame. Is a clown a form of jester? A jester, I think contrary, my youngster. I'm pretty sure a jester is a form of clown. But maybe we are all just entertainers to begin with. Nobody needs to be Snipes. But, I mean, it's hard because he's, like, boring, but I guess now that you point out the fact that he is technically a clown, I feel legally obligated to like him a little bit more. And doesn't it just pain your heart to like someone who you know you actually hate? I was supposed to conjoin you dudes, but it's too late now. So instead I'm gonna do this. Double statage. Big seahorse. Whoa, Doberman. Could be cool. I just did that same thing I did that last time, but now I did it earlier. What if I did that? With that Flash Games look, it absolutely does. I never played that one thing. What was that thing that was really popular? It was like a little red guy. I think he had no hands and he had a friend. They were just basic shapes. They had large shoes and they played baseball or something. That is the maximum quantity of information I remember about this really old Flash game, but I think a lot of people were really into it. People were really into that indie game Off, which was only vaguely available. They were into Homestuck, and they were into that red thing that I don't even know the name of. Fireball and Water Girl was super popular. I have seen that one in screenshots. Unfortunately, I continue to not also fully know what that exists as. I never played it. I did have a period, you know, I've always liked games, so of course if you're going to do game-esque things, you're going to have periods in your life in which you, like, kind of develop games that you think would be cool. So I've had several games over the course of my life where I was like, if I ever have a chance to be the leader of a game development team, this is the game I'll make. And one of them was based off of a poem that I made when I was in middle school about this little fire who kept getting dimmer and dimmer because she was essentially in a very unhealthy relationship with a person, was the metaphor. And then one day she just kind of went out from trying to endure it so bad and trying to prove that she was better, and she just kept getting smaller. And I was like, I'm gonna make a video game about that. It's gonna be a little fire girl running around a house trying to dodge water. Which sounds really boring, but sounds kind of similar in concept. I don't even know what time zone that was, honestly. Because I know of it because I've vaguely seen people reference it, but I have no idea when that game existed as a widely known and played concept. A level? Worth? Because give me a Doberman? You frickin' stink. Well, I'm going to do this because I have to. I'm legally obligated. Came out in 2009. That is later than you would think. To be fair, if anyone wants to fact check, when did Charlie the Unicorn come out? When was that popular? Because that's my age, basically, zone of like, isn't it crazy? Remember that thing? Usually it's around the Charlie the Unicorn zone. Which is a little late for people that are 30 now to be playing Flash games. Oh yeah, to be fair. I mean, the only Flash games I strongly remember when I was really little. I'm gonna roll Doberman. Doberman. Doberman? Doberman. Frickin' suck. Okay, well, we're doing this now. That's fine, whatever. The only Flash games I played when I was a child were when I was really young. Obviously, a billion variations on dress up a child, dress up a Barbie girl to go do things. Webkins, which was, as someone who also loved stuffed animals deeply as a child, frickin' Webkins took a grip on my life for many years. It had a chokehold syndrome on such a generation of people. I refuse to give my age for the sake of being a generation. Interactive Buddy and Pandemic. It's a little late for people. Yeah. And the only other Flash game I played was that girl who was called, like, armless, limbless bubble girl. And all it was like a mesh doll 3D model of a girl who fell and hit bubbles and stuff, and she was ragdoll. So she just kind of flopped around, and the game was just literally pick her up by her arm and swing her around. Which is not really a game, but I did play that. Okay. Theoretically, Poodle is a piece of crap here, because at max, it's going to boost 3 people. Now that I say that, actually not that bad. I don't want to sell you immediately, because you're the only person with stats. I'm going to sell that guy. Interesting concept, I know. And you exist. I am committed to making the Doberman succeed today. Thank God they gave me someone who allows me to do that. 5, 5, 4, 5. Okay, the Poodle is boosting the Doberman. That is one thing, and I appreciate that at base. The frogs look dapper as fuck. I mean, the poison dart frogs always look freaking amazing. The really circle frog, he just looks kind of happy. The toad? How are you gonna get rid of Seahorse for Dobby? I can't. Well, I did really easily, actually. Maybe if his name wasn't so frickin' common, named himself after a Harry Potter character, that just seems so basic of him. Maybe if he was less basic, I would feel more value. Honestly, cheese is a piece of crap I refuse to purchase. You know what else, honestly? Silver Fox is a piece of crap. I refuse to not do this. Okay, so, will we live this turn? Great question. I don't think so. However, look at that Doberman. He's a 12, 13. Frickin' turn 9 or something. We got a 12. Frick. He's a piece of crap. The point is, he's kind of extremely low. We could have waited for a packet to get to level 2 monkey. Oh. Yeah. What did you do? Oh, we helped the poodle. Well, that's fine. It's whatever. Sometimes stuff happens and we just gotta be like, whoop, yep, that definitely did be happening though. Conjoined this. Give him a piece of sandwich, thank you. Sandwiches are amazing. You guys both suck. So that sucks. I don't even want the alpaca, so there's no point in this. But so now I gotta buy one of these dudes. Okay, well, together, I guess, or something. I'm gonna roll once and hope for something better. Otherwise, we're buying that guy. Man, you guys really want me to have this alpaca. I just don't think the alpaca's gonna do literally anything. But here's a fly now. I could buy the seal. That's kind of a scale. That's kind of a scale. Scaling is somewhat exampled there. We just need a 6. We need a tier 6. That's good. Maybe like a snake? Maybe like an octopi? I don't think octopi are here today. He killed my dude so quickly. Ah. Okay. So, my own fault. To be fair, I didn't have high expectations from the beginning of that. I feel like I'm just not super capable of making a Doberman work, unless I was already at the point of no return with 5s and 6s. Like, I can't run a Doberman unless my brain had already decided, excluding that idea, that I was going to be doing 5s and 6s. Otherwise, I just die.